Good evening, gentlemen. Season's greetings. It's the 1st of August. We are 7 months into the year. Up to now, the weather is absolute rubbish. It's raining again. It's raining again. But anyway, good evening to you all. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, good evening. Nice to see you. To see you nice. Okay. The president's in the house, Donald Trump. Nice to hear from you, mate. Barry from EastEnders. Hello, I just I'll put that one on the screen. Just had a fantastic weekend away in Copenhagen with a Danish girl I met in Vietnam 4 years ago. That sounds bloody good. That sounds bloody good. Never been to Copenhagen. I think it's got a curious tourist attraction, that Little Mermaid, hasn't it? I wouldn't mind Copenhagen. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Good for you anyway. Good for you. Nice to hear from you. Brian Street, nice to hear from you. John Mitch, any more thoughts about a trip to Thailand this winter? Or are you going to spend the airfare on heating and keeping? I don't know what I'm doing, mate. I just don't know what I'm doing. But what I do know is that I'm starting to, the more I sort of watch videos and stuff about Thailand and, and other countries, the more my old enthusiasms, is coming back. I noticed Vietnam are... they're about to start a 90-day e-visa. That sounds bloody good. Because Vietnam was tipped years ago to be, an easy country to retire in. And then they got strict with the visas and chased a lot of people out. And now maybe they're going back the other way now. 90 days in Vietnam sounds good. Okay. Martin Ryder, can't imagine life without a beard without beard in Thailand. Okay, fair comment. Michael Genaise, nice to hear from you. Sceneries, Crypto Chris card, nice to hear from you. Lord of Dreams, that sounds like a title for a bloody good movie there. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Gemini Star, London Cab Thailand, McLaren, Ginger Joe, Bobby Crush. Looks like Eddie is back on the Lamb's Run. No, I'm not. I'm on the hot chocolate. And somehow it always tastes better when I'm sitting there talking to you than it does elsewhere. Oh, that's bloody good stuff. To be honest with you, if you look out the window and see the piddling down rain, peak summer, it looks more like deepest, darkest autumn going into winter. I mean, you need a nice hot drink on a night like this. Bloody good stuff. Good stuff there. Okay, Anders Bergman, good evening. Joe Hart. By the way, what Bobby said, we'll talk about alcohol in a minute because for two reasons. First of all, it's 4 months since I've been off the booze completely. And also, the cost of alcohol nowadays is just getting a bit extortionate. The governments have announced that the tax, which we already pay loads of tax on these items, the tax on bottles of spirits and other alcohol, wine and all that is going up. I mean, alcohol's becoming very, very expensive. Looks like I got out at the right time. Mark Olive, nice to hear from you, mate. Good evening. I'm even the other side of the pond. Oh, Paul as well. I wish we had a bit of your weather, Mark. I mean, from what I hear, you've got it nice and hot and sunny. We have got absolute crap weather, absolute rubbish. Yours Travels, good evening from Stanmore train station car park. Car camping in London tonight. Well, that sounds like fun. Yours is on his travels, and maybe he might just come on later if he wants to come on. But I'll send him the link on Facebook anyway. Maybe we'll have a chat about to Yours about his travels. Yogi Bear, good evening, Ed and the gang. Nice to see you can make it this evening. Let's have a good stream. Okay, let's, it's not the most cheerful of time, is it? Crap weather, cost of booze going up, doom and gloom everywhere. At least we're together and you drink whatever you're drinking. I'm drinking a nice hot chocolate. Oh, that's so good. That's so damn good. Sean Young, nice to hear from you. David Martins, hi Eddie, and all great stuff yesterday. Enjoyed the community. Okay, thanks, David. He's been on the phone a number of times. Bintman, Nice to hear from you. Nice to. Okay, so anyway, there's quite a few people. I skipped it. Yeah, Scooter Springsteen. It's Michael Janelle just got back from roads and cars. The weather was so hot, 40 Celsius, and the fires very, very bad, but still fantastic holiday. You can't win, can you? You just can't win. I mean, my heart goes out to the people who've gone to Rhodes and places like that, which are absolutely fantastic. I've been to Rhodes, absolutely gorgeous place. Crete, wonderful. Absolutely, that's Athens behind me there. Absolutely wonderful. But terrible for the families who've gone out there and are being chased by fires and all. Terrible, terrible. Bottle Baby. I'm thinking about North Vietnam, Hanoi. Good place, good place. Vietnam is a long, thin country and has different climates. I mean, right now, yeah, I should imagine the temperature there, the weather is pretty good now. Whereas if you go to the south of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, then it's probably hot and wet. Whereas if you go in the winter time, it's probably the other way around. But good for you. Hanoi is a great city. Tribal Fusion flight prices looking good for Bangkok. 550 in September. Well, that's good. That's good. That's bloody good. Lux Report. Time to visit Japan, Eddie. Okay, never been to Japan. Never been to Japan. Okay, tell me more. Why should I visit there? Noonie, nice to hear from you. Let's see. Yogi Bear, just thinking of the extra money you were saving. They just put 90 pence on a bottle of spirits. I know. I know. I mean, let's talk about this in a minute. Mark Olive, when you have some new travel plans, we will need to fire up the old travel fund. Okay, thanks for that. I haven't got any travels planned at the moment. At the moment. I mean, right now, I'm enjoying the fact that it's 4 months and I haven't touched a drop of alcohol. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Dino Taylor, what's your thoughts on AI? I think it's going to be a long way off before it poses a real threat. And if you want to use the uses of Vietnam, it seems to be getting mixed reviews right now. It sounds like a great idea, but I think we're in the early stage. It's got a long way to go. Alan Edge, Carl D. Carl D. Well done, Eddie of the Beef. How did you do it? Mindset. Are you talking about giving up the alcohol? Determination, mate. Ian Bowden, good evening. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you, Ian. Hope all's well. McLaren, let's talk boat people, Ed. I think we've overdone this. Everyone does the boat people talk. Everyone talks about boat people. I think we've done all of that. I think we've done all of that. Stephen Tutty, good evening, everyone. Guinness have had their best year. Let's see. Good evening. Guinness have had their best year ever. Their owner, Diego, have said people are drinking more expensive alcohol. Really, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. So, David Coleman, Eddie, it's eight. What is it? It's 8 minutes here. But what is it? What is that? 8 minutes? 8 minutes. Okay, I'm not waiting. Nice to hear from you. Nick Ross, weather may be crap, but you're alive. Okay. Okay. Nice of that thought there anyway. Yours travels. We'll jump on the stream a bit later if you want, Ed, from the 5-star accommodation of a car. Okay, it'll be nice because yours is going on a really, really exciting road trip. And as Huey Green in the old Opportunity Knocks used to say, folks, we want to hear them. Okay, so hopefully yours can come on in a while anyway and tell us all about it. Mark Ollig, that is absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that super chat, Mark. You're a real gentleman. Ed, here's a little sum to help with the next travel fund when you travel next. Temperature here is 86 degrees and we have lots of sunset. That's bloody good. Our time is 3:15 p.m. You're looking good these days. Hope you feel good too. Okay, cheers, Mark. Thank you for that. I don't know how when I'm, but one of the reasons I'm delaying travel is simply because I'm off the booze, and the sooner I travel, the sooner I'm likely to indulge in the booze again. So I'm just enjoying being off the booze. But that's very, very kind of you, Mark. Anyway, cheers. Thanks a lot, mate. It's hot chocolate for me right now. Thanks, mate. Cheers. So anyway, let's see. Yogi Bear. Yes, Ed, I'm drinking Thai tea. I always bring 6 large packs as the owner lady gets it at me from the wholesalers. Okay. United well in United well. How was your alcohol-free journey been, Etty? Well, it's been simple. 4 months now. In a day or so, it will mark for 4 months since I last took such a drop of alcohol. I came back to this country in March, having already decided that this time I'm really, 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 really going to do. I took a leaf out of Robert the Bruce. You know what I mean? If at first you don't succeed, try again. There's loads of years that have come back from Thailand, with a skin full of booze, thinking I'm going to give this booze up, and I've thought, and I haven't. But this time I really done. I weaned myself off alcohol for the first month, and then beginning of April, I took my last drop. I think it was a rum, funnily enough, a Lamb's Navy rum, and that was 4 months ago. And I haven't touched a drop of alcohol since. I have not touched a drop. I haven't really been anywhere to drink out because the pubs are rubbish anyway, and they're expensive. And but no, I'm just glad that I'm off the booze. I really, really am. Ian Barton, I thought alcohol price only went up or stayed the same after the budget. Oh, you never know what this government's going to do next, do you? Lux report. Japan, exotic through feminine, elegant ladies. Epic food culture. I love that Japan girls have stayed traditional and classy. Well, if they're that classy, they wouldn't want to bother with me, would they? John Mitch. Japan was good in the 1980s and 90s, not so good these days. David Coleman. Eddie, you were too young to give up on travel. Guys in Pattaya are over 80. Can they still get it up over 80? They can't, can they still rise to the occasion at that age? Somehow I think all the bloody Viagra in the world isn't going to perform miracles at that age. But I don't know, maybe you know different. Oh, that's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. Let's see. Okay. Where are we now? Gemini Star, Gemini Mark again. Yeah, that's very kind. Very, very kind. You're much appreciated, Mark. Barry from EastEnders. Wayne Ritchie. Hi, Eddie, and everyone else in chat. Everyone smashed the like button off to work here soon. Okay, well, that's good. Let's give a round of applause to the workers. They're the backbone of this country. Yeah, good for you anyway, Wayne. Good for you. Nick Ross, Eddie, AI is going to be a disaster. Universities have banned it already. It removes all originality and creativity. I've seen some Facebook. I've seen some Facebook posts of Mark Ollig about where he's tested this AI, and it looks like it's got a long, long way to go. It seems to be riddled with mistakes. It's inaccurate. If you want information, it can be a bit inaccurate. It's in its early stages now. I wouldn't consider it, either a benefit or a threat at this moment in time. Not really. It sounds exciting, but I think it's going to be a long way off before we really see what it's all about. David Cole, sorry about my typos, Eddie. I got a new tablet. Oh well, good for you anyway. Good for you. It's been a while since I bought any new equipment. I think the last thing I bought was this laptop, about 2 years ago. Ian Bowden, that flipping bar seems to be yet another white elephant. I mean, that barge which houses 500 asylum seekers. I mean, 500. That's just the tip of the iceberg. That is. I mean, there's thousands of the people, thousands of the nice people coming over there. 500 is just a drop in the ocean. Let's see. McLaren, I'm going on antibiotics tomorrow. I've got parasites in my wound on my left leg. Oh, God almighty. Strictly no alcohol. So I picked up the dreaded prescription this morning. 10 days, no beer. Now, do you know something? Whenever I've had ailments in the past, gout or whatever, or even, I mean, I had a skin graft once on my, private parts some years ago. And such is my dedication to alcohol, I still had alcohol afterwards. I still had beer. I mean, if you're saying, Clive, that you're not going to drink any alcohol because of this wound. I mean, I couldn't have done that in the old days. I'd still have to have a beer no matter what the doctor said. So that's another reason that I'm glad I've given up the booze. I was addicted to it. Yogi Bear, Inbound, what they've done is change how they tax things. So it put all spirits and wines up, and beer and low alcoholic drinks, down. I mean, the thing is, I like a booze. I liked gin and rum and all of that, but apparently they're the things that have gone more expensive now. I mean, really, to buy a bottle of rum or a bottle of whiskey or brandy or whatever, that they're going to cost a fortune nowadays. And I've drank all of those things. One thing, when I go to the supermarket now, Jesus, my supermarket bill at checkout is so much cheaper than it was before. I really am saving a lot of money now that I've given up alcohol. Really, really have. And as for the tax, I mean, really, all the things that you pay in this country, all the things that you buy, if you were to take the tax out of them, you'll be paying a fraction of the price, especially fuel and booze and all of that kind of stuff. Bobby Crush, Eddie, would you be happy to use an AI app to choose your bar finds? Or will you just go with the first one that says yes, as you normally do? I wouldn't do either. I wouldn't let an AI app to choose my ladies. And as for going with the first one that says yes, I don't do that anyway. I'm fussy. Mark Ollig, as you wish, Eddie. Cheers, Mark. Cheers. Thanks for that, Mark. Let's see. Bottle Baby, let's talk movies. Joe Turkel, who played Lloyd the bartender in The Shining, died last year. I like movies. I'm a film fan, but even I'm not that dedicated. I can't remember what that guy looked like, but sorry to hear that he's passed away. Nick Ross, where is your book of poems? I haven't got a book of poems. I've done a few. Let me expose myself, reveal myself. Let me reveal. This is a first. This is you haven't heard the last of this. This is a bit of information, really, that I've been gagging to tell you to reveal. I'm going to expose myself right here and now. I recently, now, today, and tomorrow, and the day after, and all that, I've been busy. I'm actually writing a book. I'm hoping maybe to get do an ebook or whatever, and or maybe even get it published or whatever. We'll see. I've attempted this before, but I'm writing about something that I know. I'm writing a book about a bunch of Scousers who go to Pattaya. So I'm writing about what I know. I know Scousers and I know Pattaya, so I'm writing about what I know. But I'm having heaps of fun. I'm feeling that creative spirit. I'm banging away, on the keyboards every day, and I'm having heaps of fun. So hopefully, I will have a book coming out. It's a work of fiction, but a lot of the stuff contained in it is based on fact, and it may be of interest to somebody. Hopefully, I can get that out in the autumn time. We'll see anyway. But I'm having just so much heaps of fun doing it anyway. So anyway, There you go. I've exposed myself. Mark Oller, uses you need it for it. Okay, thanks for that, Mark. Thanks for that. Travel will be on the menu. It will go to the travel fund eventually. Still can't don't know when that's going to happen. But it's just it doesn't right at this moment in time. Travel isn't looking good. But in the winter time, I think that's another story. Sceneries, I already gave a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Everyone pressed a thumbs up. That is that's really does help the channel. Super Stephen, hi Eddie, nice that you are sober. Yeah, I'm sober. I'm sober. I just feel like if the weather was better, I could actually do things like go out of the daytime. But when you pull the curtains back and see it raining yet again, what's the bloody point going anywhere and doing anything? Mark Alec, thankfully, coffee prices are not crazy. Coffee's my drink of choice these days. What I tend to find when I go to the co-op, I mean, I've seen like I've seen a 200-gram jar of Kenko at almost a tenner. So what I do, I wait until they reduce it a bit and then buy a few jars, so I can get it for maybe £7 or so. I couldn't live without my coffee. Definitely not. Matthew Carter says, I love a bit of raw Japanese sushi. I've never ever tried that. Never. It doesn't look very, very inviting. Raw fish. I don't know. Maybe I've tried it, but I've never actually had it. Yours travels. I hope I can still get a £1 pint in Benidorm next week. Well, sorry, a €1 pint in Benidorm next week. Good for you, mate. I'm pretty sure you stand a better chance with the weather out there. Definitely. I wouldn't mind seeing some of your reports on Benidorm. Benidorm's a great place. Terrific. Absolutely terrific. Scooter Springsteen, it's been a quick 4 months, Ed. It's not been a drag for you so far. No, definitely not. Mark Alec, we all love Eddie. That's really, really kind of. That's really, really kind. Now, Ian Barden, do you exercise, Ed? I mean, to the extent of getting the sweat on and feeling endorphin levels rise. I've been exercising very, very little. I mean, the last time I was doing lots of exercise was last autumn time. I was overdoing it on the exercise bike, and I think the end result is that I was having shoulder aches and muscle aches, and some of you may remember that. It was bloody awful, it was. But I've hardly been doing that. When the weather is clear, not raining, I go out for a nice brisk walk, and I do some press ups and so, a little bit of stuff like that. But don't forget, when it comes to losing weight, and I know that you do, you Ian, I've seen you. You don't need to lose weight. You're naturally lean anyway. But when it comes to losing weight, it's food really. It's the amount of calories you're taking in. Exercise is important, but it's your intake of food that is most important. Guys, nice to hear from you. Paul Hoskin, what can you do if you have a floppy pecker asking for a friend? Oh, no answers to that one, mate. Nice to hear from you. Mark Holler, don't trust the info from AI. No. I mean, I've seen Mark's report on Facebook. I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit naive to think at this moment in time AI is going to perform miracles. It's a great idea, and it probably will develop, but it's going to take a long time. For the computer to compete with the human mind, it's going to take a long. So I think that's years off. Years off. Really. Rent boy. There's a rent boy in the house. Anyone interested? Anyone wants to do a rent boy? I'm booked for Thailand in November, Eddie. Thinking about checking out Boys Town in Pattaya. Do you have any other recommendations? No, you've already got the place. That's ideal for you. Oh no, wait a minute. You're a rent boy, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, you want dirty old men to pay you money for shacking you up your bum, don't you? So I mean, Boys Town, you probably get lots of boyfriends there, but they won't give you any money for it. You know what I mean? So you'd be better going to some seedy place in You'd be better staying in Britain, to be honest. There's enough bloody weirdos who pay for that sort of stuff here. But then I'm sure you already know that. Hard Tulip, nice to hear from you. Sean Harris, Ed, what are your thoughts on driverless vehicles? AI. I've never seen one. I've been hearing for about the past bloody 10 years that next year, driverless vehicles are going to be on the road. Loads of rubbish. I've never seen one. I mean, the things, we can't even get our roads in order. I mean, our roads are just full of potholes. And the thing about a driverless vehicle, when you got loads of temporary lights all over the place and traffic delays, I was the driver going to start ranting and raving, when he sees loads of temporary lights. I think it'll never happen. I believe it when I see it, and I wouldn't trust him anyway. I would not trust him. Definitely wouldn't trust him. Mark Hollock, it's not always accurate. It's probably useful for some things, but I wouldn't say. I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't take it as gospel. United. I love the chat, Eddie. I love the chat. I love Eddie. Been decreasing my alcohol intake by 2 pints. Soon we'll stop being tipsy thanks to your inspiration. That is the one and only Steady Eddie. That is fantastic. That is really, really great of you. That's terrific of you. I think it's all or nothing, I really, really do think it's all or nothing. I mean, somebody gave me as a gift, as part of a little present thing, a bottle of beer last week, and I didn't like to refuse it. So I accepted it, but I gave the bottle of beer to somebody else, a neighbour, because even one beer, and you can be back. If I was to taste a beer right now, a real ale or whatever, I might think that was good. I might make a habit of that, and I think that's what it is. I think it's just one drink and you're back. You are back. I had a problem. I had a terrible problem. I'm glad that I've given up, because look at the cost of beer now. Wine. I haven't drank wine for a long time. Wine. The cost of wine now is going to be extortionate. Spirits. I'm saving a lot of money by not drinking booze. That's all I know. Richie Rich. Nice to have it. All about moderation with drinking. Just have a few beers on your travels. Be sober when in the UK. Key is not to binge drink. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So when I'm, the thing is, if I was in Pattaya and I was the pass of a day, what do you do in Pattaya? What do you do other than you can do things in Pattaya, but all of those bars with 60 bar beer or 80 bar beer, isn't it lovely to sit at those beach bars in the daytime? Those complexes on Beach Road, serving 60 bar beer. Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love that? I miss those places. And what's the other bar that I go in a lot? What's the name of the other one? Is it Poppy Bar? Is it called Poppy Bar at the corner of Soy 8 or Soy 7? That's on Beach Road. I think it's called Poppy Bar. I go on that one a lot. That's a really, really, really nice bar. And and I think Happy Hour, you can get 60 bars of beer there. Last time I was there. If I went to somewhere like Pattaya again and was passing those, but I think I'd have to go in. I'd have to go in, But right now here in the UK, I suppose with the crap weather we're having, it doesn't exactly put you in the mood for a cold beer here. I think I'll stick with the hot chocolate. Ian Barton, sod climate change. AI may be the faster way to human self-destruction. I think that's a few years off. That is. David Coleman, AI is just the start of the matrix. Will just be batteries for the machines. Really, really, AI is just started the matrix. It's that first Matrix movie with Keanu Reeves is very, very highly rated. Someone says it's one. I didn't see that, but I did see one of the sequels, the Matrix sequels, and I thought it was bloody awful. I thought it was juvenile. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I don't know what the first one's like. Gaz77, I can put this on the screen because this is one of his cleaner comments. I filled the car for free today too, while dressed as a woman. Oh, woman's prerogative, mate. Woman's prerogative. You actually didn't get anything for free. Nick Ross, Eddie, you can try AI now. It's fantastic if you want to write an essay or legal papers, dissertation. Try it free on Google. You'll be impressed. I tried I actually tried to get into Chat GPT or whatever it's called, and it said that the computer was down at the moment. So I haven't tried it again. Is it worth signing up to that? Chat GP, whatever it is, chat, whatever it is. Is it worth? I haven't really delved into it yet. I haven't delved into it. Paul Hoskin, if AI takes over from humans, what will they do for fun? I don't know. Is there any fun in robots? Crypto Chris, is there a shot of rum in your hot chocolate? No, it comes straight out of the co-op. Nick Ross, AI will never replace a good blowjob. Here. Jeez, imagine having a bloody robot doing that for you. Oh, God almighty. Gaz77, it doesn't cost me anything for my alcohol. That's because you're a robbing bastard. That's why. Rent Boy, I like Smirnoff Ice or pink champagne. Would love to pour it on your chest and lick it off. You get loads of hairs in your mouth, mate. You get, you know, you wouldn't want to lick it off my chest. You get loads of hairs in it. Ah, Tulip, I doubt that flight price quotation of 550. Also, Andrew quotes a single fare via Athens in India for 220 or 240. I doubt that price is true because I looked. Okay, fair enough. Sean Adams, imagine AI bar girls saying handsome man. Can you imagine that? You know, going in and all the bar girls are all robot. I think that'd be interesting. That I think it'd be worth a try anyway. Not that I'd want to have I want to have rumpy bumpy with one of them. Nick Ross, your poems are fantastic. Okay, thank you for that. Anyway, thank you for that. That's very, very kind of you. Yeah, McLaren. Steve, plastic surgery at some stage have been Brumley. I think he's talking to somebody else. Barry from EastEnders, I'd buy a hard copy. Okay. Adventures Around the World, soft copy. Okay. Mark Oleg, you could write a book about your travels. I would buy. I think the book doesn't. It's more about the people. It's more about the actual people and what they get up to. But there is some information about whatever. I'm really enjoying the creativity, and it's difficult to get into. But once you get in, I'm at that stage in my book. I'm actually at the. I know this is the corny line that they use, isn't it? I've actually reached that stage when the characters start to take over. And really, what I do know is that if you write a book with characters, if you base those characters on people that you know or have known in the past, it ain't that difficult. You don't need to make anything up. It's all there. Yeah, Terry Jones' book sounds great. Good luck, mate. Okay, cheers for that. Nick Ross, glad you were right. It's a wonderful way to relax and enjoyable. Okay, cheers. Thanks for that. Barry from EastEnders, yeah, no one had would be a flaccid. Okay, okay. Brian Sneed, calm down. Like I said, if you're going to write something, I mean, write about what you know. Well, I know about Scousers and I know about Pattaya, so there you go. Bobby Crush, 4 Scousers in Pattaya. The Thai tuk-tuk drivers travel to Liverpool to visit their hubcaps. Okay, fair enough. Gemini Star. Good on you, Ed. You could end up being an Amazon bestseller. I'll have to sort out the publishing, but I think an ebook form. I think it's doable. It's doable. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. It's doable. Let's see. Ian Barton, Ed, you're a man of hidden talent. We'll see about that. David Coleman, if a person has given up drinking 100% and they really did have a problem, I can take it or leave it. I love a few cold beers on a hot day or a drink on a cold night front of the fire. Well, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, you're probably right, David. If I've met on my travels, I've met people who I've met people who drink water even when they're in bars. In countries like Vietnam, I've met travelers who drink water even when they're in bars. But when you meet people like that, you tend to find that is a person who's had an alcohol problem in the past. I mean, I don't know if I could drink water when I go into bar. I don't know. I've had nights out in Thailand and other places with friends who don't drink alcohol. So it is doable. We'll have to see about that. Paul Loskin, Confessions of a Monger. Who's going to write that book? Okay, fair enough. Matthew Cartwright. If I wrote a book about my mongering, it would be 10,000 pages, and that's just the Ladyboy chat. The Ladyboy chapter. Okay, maybe Rent Boy who's in the chat now might want to read that book. Give him some ideas. Ian Bowden, new Michael Caine and Glenda Jackson film coming out in October, The Great Escaper. It looks emotional. I don't think I could watch people. She's dead now, Glenda Jackson. God bless her. She was a wonderful actress. Michael Caine, God, they're very, very. But then Clint's made a movie, and he's 93 now, isn't he? He's still making movies. Bobby Crush. I don't like raw fish, as I said to the wife when she asked for oral sex. Oh, Jesus Christ. Crypto Chris, beer in Spain is cheaper than Thailand. Is it really? I think it varies a bit, but I've seen videos where you can get cheap booze. I was in Benidorm about 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, so something like that. And you can get cheap. Benidorm's a great place. Let's see if we can get yours on soon anyway, so he'll be able to tell us about all of this. Sean Harris, is there a red light district in Liverpool? I don't live in Liverpool, and I wouldn't go to them anyway. I wouldn't go to those kind of things there anyway. David Coleman, I heard Owen has a book about his first trip to Thailand. I know he does. I haven't actually read that. I will do. But Owen has wrote a book, an e-book, which is available on Amazon. So good luck to him. Yogi Bear, Ed, the Roald Dahl of YouTube. No, there's no Charlie in the Chocolate Factory in this one. Promise you. Bintman. It's been a washout summer. Glad I had 3 weeks in Thailand this June. What makes it worse is that the winter is just around the corner. I wouldn't be surprised if September and October was nice and warm. I mean, a few years back, we had 2 Octobers in a row, which were the hottest Octobers on record. In fact, Halloween, right at the end of October, people were sunbathing. It's crazy. There's only one rule in Britain with the weather. You get what you get. You get what you're given. Yours travels, Sean Harris, not for many years. Many Thai massage parlors. Okay, I don't like seeing massage parlors in English cities, or you've got massage parlors in Thai massage parlors in Hamburg. If we're going to go to a Thai massage parlor, I'd go to one in Thailand, really. Owen's book, very amusing. I must read it sometime. I must have a look at that sometime. Mark Ollick, I've eaten red and black caviar and nearly oh God. I've seen a documentary about the world's most expensive food when people were eating stuff like that. It's definitely not for me. Beyond Bain, I was Beyond Bain. I was in Thailand June the 22nd. June the 22nd, July the 19th, barely rained in Hua Hin, Bangkok, or Pattaya. Yeah, I've looked at some recent videos on Thailand, and it looks quite nice. The weather looks quite good. Hard tulip. I'm a heavy drinker. I'm a heavy once drinker. It's illegal for bars to serve drunk people in Newcastle, but most bars will serve you when you're drunk, especially if you've been from bars. But bars are not. I mean, where I live, I mean, some of the hardcore alcoholic bars. I mean, when other bars are, pubs are closing down, going out of business. These hardcore alcoholic bars, they just seem to keep going and going. But they've got all the day drinkers and some of these day drinkers, some of these pissheads, these old alcoholics, have probably got a lot more money than you realise. Some of them, yeah, some of them have got a fair bit of money where they're drinking 7 days a week. Sean Harris, Ed, did you ever wear a shell suit back in the day? I have been known to, but not as a habit. Mark Oller, get a hard drive. Sounds like good advice. Sounds like good advice. Let's see. Yours travels. Boy, sound is amazing. I had my first prostrate massage there. Okay. Nick Ross, whenever you're fed up with life, start writing. Ink is the great cure for all human ills. C.S. Lewis. That sounds like good advice. But I love my yeah. Last time I typed in, it was years ago on a noisy typewriter. Whereas now I can do it on this laptop. The keyboards was just dead easy. I mean, the thing is, the modern technological world has made many things so easy. Bobby Crush, I like whiskey, so I'll go to Boys Town with a couple of stiff ones. Okay, okay. Hard Tulip. Ed, I saw that these Terminator 2 things on YouTube video from a factory, following with each other up and down large steps. They don't tell us everything. With Terminator, you talk about the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, or it's. I watched. Funny enough, I watched Terminator 3 the other night, and I mean, it seems strange. Arnie having a big fight with a petite girl. I know she's supposed to be a vicious robot, but very, very strange, really. Very, very strange. Ian Barr, when I was a young man, I had a couple of fabulous adventures on trains around Europe. Interrailing was the name of it. No planes or airports to contend with. Did you go Interrail? I've never really been much on. I travelled through Romania on trains last year and a few other countries, but I tended to do everything. I've travelled all around South America on coaches. It's buses mainly that I've travelled on. Trains always seems to be more expensive and not as rewarding. Mark Alec, in Pattaya, get a soapy massage. Pattaya there are soapies, but I've never really investigated them in Pattaya. Bangkok's that's the best one for soapy massages. If you're on Sukhumvit and you go up one of those side soys, can't remember which one, but some great soapies there. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh, a bloody soapy. If you get the right girl, absolute heaven. Absolute heaven. Wonderful. Martin Ryder. Isaac said he's cutting down the Leos before flying home, but he admits it's not going to happen. He's put out an amazing amount of videos. The Isaac an amazing amount of videos. Is he still out there, or is he back home still uploading? I'm not really sure. I've kind of lost their contact. Lord of Dreams. Everyone loves soapy massage with a happy ending. I don't know why they say happy ending. Go to the ones in Bangkok. A happy ending is just the beginning, mate. That's just for starters. Mark Alec for sure. Absolutely. Try the soapy massage in Bangkok. Wonderful. I had a soapy massage with the same girl. She was 33 years old. Absolutely beautiful. A real Barbie doll. Absolutely wonderful. But funny enough, I went there and one day and she wasn't there. So I had another younger girl and she didn't get the temperature right or anything. And I was bloody freezing to death in there. Mark Paul asking, has anyone eaten the banana in the go-go bar when the girl flings it at you? I don't believe I've had that pleasure. Tony Edwards, thank you. Kirby TV, looking like a skinny leg. I don't feel skinny. I said, I don't feel skinny. Mark Alex, see the first mate, said, yeah, I think I've got a couple of the sequels somewhere. I've seen one of the sequels and I wasn't impressed. But the first one, I've heard the first one is the best one. I haven't managed to catch up with that one just yet. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what, I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to have round 2 of the hot chocolate. Yo! Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get Yoz on here. Yoz, if I can get Yoz on, let's see, invite. Okay. Let's see. Now this can sometimes take a while. You have to make several attempts at this. Sometimes you have to make more than one attempt at this in order for it to work. I mean, in the past. So if you're out there, Yoz, like you say, if it doesn't work first time, it might work in 10 minutes time. So hopefully we can get Yoz on. He can tell us about his travels. Yogi Bear, Ed, what really gets me is when I stopped drinking at 21, it was 25 pence a pint. Now it's over 3.50. That's the difference over 2 years. Yeah, sure. 23 years old. Good for you, mate. Ian Bowden, the exciting feeling of falling asleep in a couch yet in one country to wake up for the sunrise in a completely different country. Fabulous feeling. I once took a train from Prague to Vienna. That was quite fun. But I haven't done that many train journeys. Mark Collins, Chat GPT. I'll give that a go. I tried to log in the other week, but it said the computer was down. So maybe give it another go. But I've heard kind of mix reviews about it. Sean Adams says the best film about AI is the Forbin Project. I think it's that an old movie. I think I've seen that years ago. Also, Mark says also Bard AI. Okay, let's give them a go. But if it's not 100% useful right now, I'll see what it's like anyway. Nick Ross, AI is going to cause huge unemployment. Don't sign up to AI, Eddie. It's free. Well, as someone who's close nearing retirement, and that's not really that worried. Yogi Bear, what really? Yeah, no, I think we've already had that comment, haven't we? Richie Rich, AI equals the Terminator. Obviously, the morons in technology design, I don't think they are morons. I think they're actually quite bright and intelligent people, maybe a bit irresponsible. Design and creating AI are psychopath. Okay. Mark Owen, that's the thought. AI robots doing BJs. Think of all the people who will lose their jobs. I wouldn't. I mean, what they're going to have metal jaws, those robots? No thanks. Definitely not for me. Sean Harris, has anyone tried adult virtual reality videos? I haven't. I've got a virtual reality headset. Nick Ross, the bar girl's already a robot. Bobby Cross, my GP surgery has stated that they will not have artificial intelligence in the practice as they don't account of intelligence on the reception. Okay, fair comment. Let's see. Paul Oscar, I never get hairs caught in my teeth. I always remove my dentures first. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, we're going to have Yoz coming on in a minute. We're going to have Yoz coming on. But anyway, before we do that, let's have a little talk about. Yeah, Yoz says there's no link. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send them the link again. Sometimes you have to do this more than once. You have to do this more than it takes a while to come through. It might take 10 minutes. It's happened before, but I'll send them the link again. So let's see if it'll come through. It might just come through in about 5 or 10 minutes time. Anyway. Yeah, absolutely. Has he got the link or no? Has he got the link there? Has he got the link or whatever? Yeah, I was gonna talk about all of these birds who all of these gorgeous birds who want to be a friend on Facebook. I mean, does anyone actually fall for any of this? There's a gorgeous bird. I've got a picture of her somewhere here. She where is it? Where is it now? Where is it? She says that she wants to be my friend. She's a gorgeous bird with nice big knockers. She's a gorgeous bird. I had a picture somewhere, but I mean, does anyone actually fall for these lovely, gorgeous birds and all that? I mean, the fact is, it could well be it could well be. A scammer. It could be. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. We've got yours. Okay, we'll save that conversation for another time. We'll save that conversation for another time. Okay, let's see. Okay, anyways, apologies if I've missed out on anybody. I've missed out. Oh, David Arders, David Arders, 13. So David Arders, who's been on the live streams a number of times, he has lost about 3 stone in weight. He's 13 stone now. So good for him anyway, and he's off to retire pretty soon. Anyway, so we have a guest on anyway. I haven't had a guest on the live stream for a while. He's been on before. We liked him so much that we've invited him back again. It's the one, the only, the wonderful, undergoing his traveling now, the wonderful Yoz Travels. Okay, Yoz, nice to hear from you anyway.
Hello.
How are you doing these days?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm in a very dark car.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not on the run from the police, are you?
No, no, but I'm hiding.
Okay, okay, okay. So where are you, I mean, without giving away your exact location, where are you right now at
Yeah,
this moment?
it doesn't bother me. A place called Stanmore, just outside London, about eight mile outside London.
8 miles outside London. So, well, I lived in
I just
okay,
sort this light out first.
yeah. No, that's okay because we can hear you, but that's good. That's it's like something out of keep that going. The Twilight Zone. Yeah, absolutely, the Twilight Zone. Okay, nice to hear from you. Anyway, Yoz. So, what are your plans then, Yoz? You're going to be traveling. You're embarking on your travel. What? Tell us about it.
Yeah, you know what, Ed? I wasn't even planning going anywhere. You know, I've got Thailand booked again for November. I'm not sure. Is my audio coming through okay here?
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, all right. So I've got Thailand booked again for the middle of November, the 15th. And this trip I'm going to be doing 5 to 6 months in Thailand.
Wow,
Um,
excellent.
but every single day it's pissed down. Every
Yeah.
day since the start of July, it's pissed down. So
Here, yeah,
yeah, here, not well. It's also being pissing down in Thailand as well, but that's another story.
yeah,
So I got fed up. I just booked the ferry ticket. I've got nothing planned apart from I'm just gonna keep driving.
yeah. That sounds great. That sounds absolutely terrific. So the script, we're driving a car abroad. Bear in mind that I've never driven a car abroad. And that might be something with the fact that they drive on the wrong side of the road. And also, I've always liked a beer, the freedom of being able to have a beer when you're abroad. So things have changed now, anyway. But what is the script with? I mean, you need an international driving license.
So no, because our license has still got your old license is still kind of valid in the EU. Um, so no. So I had to get I I have had to get a form from the REC to
Yeah,
so the covers there for the breakdown cover. But other
yeah,
than that, everything's just normal. Everything's the
yeah,
same as what it
absolutely.
used to be.
So where will you be going exactly?
I don't know. Apart from I know that I'm going to head straight to the south of France,
Oh
then into
God,
Spain,
who
and just
wouldn't
go
want to
straight
be
straight
there?
down the coast.
Yeah,
I'm still undecided whether I'm going to go into Portugal or not yet. So I've got
that would be
20. I've got 20 days.
20 days. Sounds
20
cool.
days to do what I want.
Yeah, 20. That sounds absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, the south of France. I mean, I once went on a coach trip many years ago. Italy, and it was on a coach trip, but it started off going through France. And France, it's not a country that I've spent a lot of time in, but it was in the month of May. The weather was fantastic, and France is a lovely country. It's a big country, but when you get to the south of France,
Yeah,
Provence and all that,
very
one,
similar. Ed. I can't stand Paris. I've been to Paris about 4 times.
yeah.
Can't stand it. It's a rip off, and I just don't. To be honest, I'm not a lover of the French people.
Yeah,
But I'll give. I'm going to head to Montpellier first. I'm going to try and do like a full 10, 11 hour drive and get to Montpellier.
yeah.
And then from there, I'll spend 2 nights in the south of France and then head across the border then into Spain.
Oh, so you're gonna be. Let me get where's my geography? From
So
south.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna head right across France.
yeah.
I'm not going to use the toll roads because the toll roads there are a rip off.
Yeah,
The two toll roads from Calais to Montpellier cost
yeah.
€80.
That's expensive. That's expensive as
Very
well as all your
expensive.
fuel and
Yeah,
everything. Oh God, oh my, that's
very
expensive.
expensive. I don't know if they put the prices up, but I think last time I done it, it was something like €52. So it's gone
Yeah,
up at least
yeah,
€30, I'd say.
yeah. I got a return ticket to Romania for less than that. That's Jesus Christ. That is expensive, isn't it? But yeah, the south of France. I mean, I would love to. Oh my God, I've driven through it. It looks lovely. Provence and places like that, wonderful. They look. I wouldn't mind visiting those again. Fantastic. So, what is the weather looking like out there right now?
From the south of France down to Portugal on that Mediterranean coast, you're looking at around 32 in the daytime and about 24, 25 at night.
Where have we gone wrong here? I
So
mean, our damp little island there, we just get the worst of anything. But that sounds well. So south of France, will you be stopping off in any hotels or anything?
yeah, I've got a hotel booked in Benidorm, one booked in Salou,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then I'm undecided what I'm doing in Portugal yet, whether I'm going to head into Portugal or not. So
yeah,
the problem you got, it's it's the kids' holidays in it. So even your basic 3-star hotels are coming out at like €150 a night, 200 euro a night, and I've
expensive.
ended up I've threw my camping mattress in the back here. So the odd night I won't be staying in a hotel. I'll just be staying in the back of the car, you know.
Yeah, don't blame you. Don't blame you. Good for you, anyway. Can you park your car up safely anywhere and sleep in it?
Yeah, there's I use an app. Ed, I don't know if you know, but like I used to do a lot of stuff with the camper vans.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
so I've been like all around Europe in the camper van and
yeah,
in the motorhomes. So I use an app called Park for the Night. So
yeah,
all you do is you put your location in, and you see different locations where you can park up for the night. Either
yeah,
either for free, or you just pay like €6 or €7 for the night to park. So yeah, it's
yeah.
safe.
Yeah. Here's what one of your fellow Scousers has to say.
Go on.
He's definitely on a ciggy run.
You know what? Bobby makes me laugh. You know, he's
I
funny,
know,
Bobby.
absolutely. Makes me laugh as
There was
well.
a fake Oz Travels in the chat earlier on,
Oh,
and it
was
makes
there?
me
Yeah,
laugh. I was blaming Bobby, but Bobby's saying it wasn't him. But I
yeah,
kind of think it was him. Like, but
yeah.
he even goes far as to take a snapshot of my girlfriend's photograph
Oh
and
God,
replace their own YouTube photograph with me missus.
yeah. Oh, I know. It's they're a real pain.
It doesn't bother me, Ed. I just laugh at it. I'm not. It just doesn't offend me, mate.
The thing is, what annoys me is that, I mean, one of those fakes might appear in someone else's stream, and this other streamer might think, "Oh, Ed Sweeney said this about me," because not all streamers are really intelligent. They might not have the intelligence to think, "Wait a minute, Ed wouldn't say something like that. That's probably a fake." Some of them don't have the intelligence to think that far. But
So,
anyway,
Ed, what are you thinking about your travels in the winter? Are you getting back to Thailand or what?
well, I'm I'm still, to be honest with you, I'm still, yeah, yes, I'm still trying to overcome the fact that I'm now teetotal.
Yeah, but
I,
you know what, Ed? That's not gonna help you, you know, because I know you're trying to stay off it, but
yeah,
I think I've said to you a few times, haven't I, in a few
yeah,
messages,
yeah,
it's good that you're doing what you're doing, but if you
yeah,
can get to a point where you're strong enough, where you can have actually, I know it's hard, and
yeah,
I've never been in a situation where I've
yeah,
been drinking for many years like that, but
yeah,
if you can get to a point where you can enjoy a few beers on a beach for a few days and then kick it in the head for like 5 or 6 days and then go
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
I just can't.
I
I
think,
just can't see. With me, I've met you I've met you a few times in Pattaya, haven't I? And we had a
yeah,
good night out. And we had a laugh
yeah,
together. I just
yeah.
can't picture. I can't picture you being in Pattaya with a bottle of water in your hand.
I can't either. I can't. I see. This is what I've got to overcome. This is what I've got to overcome. I mean, the way I see it, I've been off the booze for 4 months now. If come the winter, I can say that I've been off the booze for 8 or 9 months. Then I might think that's it. I'm out of the woods. Then I mean, the fear is now that I might get a taste for alcohol again. But after 8 or 9 months, if I can, I'll feel that I've got it controlled. I'll
That's it,
feel
Ed.
that.
I think if you can get to a point where you can say to yourself,
Yeah,
there's no why am I sitting here in my apartment having a drink when there's no point in doing that. But
yeah,
if you can get to a point in your life where you can say, you know what, I'm going to enjoy a drink on the beach in the sun or at a
yeah,
restaurant,
yeah,
that's good. But
yeah.
but that's easy for me to say. You know what I mean? It's a lot
Yeah.
harder
I
for
mean, I
other
mean,
people to do.
I mean, if you look at some of the islands there, the wonderful islands. I mean, when you're walking along a beach in 90 degrees Fahrenheit in Thailand, and I don't really see how you cannot have a beer.
Yeah,
I mean, you must have
I know.
seen videos of done or live streams where I'm at the end of it, I'm gagging for a beer, and that is that great moment of the day when you built up a thirst and a sweat, and you just want to sit down with that first cold beer of the day. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So it's going to take a bit of getting used to, but we'll see what happens in the
Yeah,
winter
that's it, Ed.
anyway.
The
But
thing is if
anyway,
you can go to these islands, if
yeah,
you can go to these islands and have 4 or 5 beers in the daytime, and then
yeah,
just have a glass of wine in the evening with your meal, and then just
yeah, yeah,
call it a night, you've
yeah.
won.
But I think it will be good if I can, you know, even if I was drinking on me travels, and yeah, you know, I've done well to not drink in England anymore. I've not been, you know, I've done well to get off it. Yeah, you know, you know, I'm glad that I'm off the booze now. So we'll take each day as it comes, really. Let's see. Let's see. McLaren, yeah. Hey, Steve, have you seen any nice wheels to paint in the car park, mate? Oh, God, no. Oh, we've heard it all
I love
before.
it.
I'm sure Yoz has heard it all before.
Only my car.
Yeah. What is there? I've seen on Facebook a picture of a pink, you know, a pink, what should we call it, Beats buggy with the wheels missing. The joke was Barbie premieres in Liverpool. Made me laugh anyway. So a bit more about your travels then. Anyway, Yoz, you wait for 20 days.
This one's a bit, as I say, Ed, this is a little bit different. This was like, I only literally booked the ferry maybe 10 days ago, so nothing's planned at all with this one. It's just literally get in a car, drive, stop off in a few places. I know that, I think if Sean Annis is still on the stream, I know that he said that he's in Fengarola.
Yeah.
And he gave me his date, so I'll meet up if I'm going past Fengarola when Sean's there. I'll have a bevy with Sean.
I wish I was heading out that way now. Will you be staying in any hotels in the south of France?
Yeah, not in the no. I'm only literally, because I don't really like France, and I know I've said it a couple of times, but
yeah,
I'll go there for 2 nights. I'll car camp in France at the beach.
yeah,
and then I've got a hotel booked in. I've got a hotel booked in Benidorm for 3 nights. I've got a hotel booked in Sulu for 2 nights.
Yeah,
and then I'll take it from there then.
Yeah, that's yours. That sounds Steve. Okay, Steve or yours. What is it, Steve?
Nah, it doesn't matter, Ed. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I've been called yours ever since I was about 4 years old by all my mates.
Yeah.
So
no, honestly, Europe is a fantastic continent. I haven't actually seen it the way that you're doing it from the road. I mean, I've been on a coach going through Europe before. But to actually do it driving and stuff, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't done this since I got rid of the camper van. I haven't done it either. The last 3 or 4 trips I've done in Europe have been on cruise ships.
Yeah, yeah. I said, what's this, Bobby Cruz? I remember that video of Eddie having chicken and chips in a restaurant, and he had 3 pints, 2 wines, and 2 whiskeys, and it was only 1 p.m. Okay, I think you're exaggerating there, Bobby. I think it was 2 p.m. Okay. So anyway, Kenny Bog, only drink when traveling in the UK, switch off. That sounds good. What's this? Toby Price, 4 months off the drink. Ed will be 2 can down anyway. Okay, so about Portugal, you haven't decided about Portugal.
I haven't decided I'm going to. I know Portugal well. I've done Portugal a few times, but I've never. Yeah. I've done it in the camper van a couple of times, and I've done a few holidays to Albufeira.
Yeah.
So
it gets good reviews, that place.
The problem, I've only got 20. I think I got 19 days in total before I need to get back onto the ferry again. So I've got to be a little bit careful, because I don't want to end up doing like 12, 13, 14 days, and then I've got to try and rush back then to try and get the ferry. So so that's what I might just end up getting to Alicante and just not going past Alicante.
Yeah. So from if you're in Alicante then. To get from where's the ferry from here?
The ferry's from Calais.
Get from Calais. Oh, okay, it's over to Calais. Yeah.
You could do. There's no problem. You can do Alicante to Calais in 2 days driving, not a problem. But you will be doing like 8, 9, 10 hours one day, 11 hours the next.
That's quite a lot.
Because when you're thinking about the old coach holidays, we used to do from Great Britain to Spain, that used to always be, everyone used to go to a place called Calella. I don't know if you ever heard of Calella.
No.
But Calella is the north, is like the north of Spain, so that's very easy to get to.
Yeah.
Where you never really get a coach holiday going as far down as Alicante.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
My experience is, I like Benidorm. That was great fun. I found some of the other places to be in there. All right, cheers. You didn't a bottle of
Sorry,
wine.
Ed. Sorry about that, Edward.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Drink whatever you want. Drink whatever you want.
I've got me 12-volt fridge plugged in, so I managed to get 3 bottles of Italian beer.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. So where are you right now then again?
I'm in this. Oh, let me try and get it up.
Oh yeah, location. That's right. You're around
Stanmore. I'm in Stanmore railway station.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, I pay for 2 days park, and the 2 days parking here is 12 quid.
Yeah.
So it's a good car park. I've been here before, and it's literally only about 35-40 minutes in on the train to London, because I'm going to London to meet 2 mates at the casino tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going a place called the Hippodrome Casino, Leicester Square.
Wow, sounds very upmarket. Sounds very upmarket.
It's not when you lose money.
Ian Barn wants to say, wants to ask, what venues are you planning that night in Benidorm? Whatever.
I haven't, Ian. If you want to give me a few venues to go to, mate, I've only been to Benidorm a couple of times, and it literally was about 10 years ago. So I don't know if things have changed, but if anyone wants to throw a few pubs or any good bars in Benidorm, apart from seeing Sticky Vicky's younger daughter or whoever it is now.
God almighty. I tell you what, I've seen Sticky Vicky. I mean, she, when she's naked, she's shoving flags and whatever. And I was standing there with my mate, and like we were watching Sticky Vicky, and I was just I chatted to him, and then she handed something to me, this string with little flags on it. She handed it to me and gave it to me, and I was distracted, and then my friend said to me, he said, "You do realize where they've been, don't you?" I went, Benidorm nightlife in the new town is very full front. You've got Darth Vader. Now, I didn't know that Darth Vader was shagging Princess Leia, and until I went to Benidorm. It's a married couple, Martin and Tatiana. Apparently been doing it for years, and they get it on. She's Princess Leia, he's Darth Vader, and they're doing a live sex show in this bar. In fact, they do it in quite a lot of bars in Benidorm. If you go around, you'll probably see them a number of times each night getting it on. It's a proper, full frontal, no holds barred show that they do. So they are getting on a bit, but it's worth having a look at that one anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ed, there's quite a few people in your chat that are friends on Facebook with myself. I don't mind if people want to follow along on my Thailand trips and other trips I do. I can pick out the troll straight. I have lots of personal stuff on Facebook. Yeah, I have where I live and a couple of businesses I run and this and that on Facebook. So I don't like to add the idiots. So if there's any genuine people that want to follow along, which I don't mind adding them on Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. By all means. I mean, there's some things. I think Facebook's very easy to handle, except someone like Brian Street is.
Brian's great. I like Brian. I love his posts. Apart from Brian keeps getting hacked every other day.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, he's getting hacked every day. Me too. I've had a fake head switch. I mean, a number of people. I think it might have even been you as well. Told me there's a fake of you going around. I mean, why? But when these fakes, when someone's faking your profile, I think they're doing it for devious reasons. They've got money in mind. They're gonna suddenly say to you that I'm Ed Sweeney. Hi, I want to be your friend. And
I don't think with Facebook, Ed. I don't think it's that deep with Facebook. I think with Facebook, there's just they have these scammers just have so many things set up on the computer. They just actually fake thousands and thousands of people. I don't think it's as random as they just pick one person.
Yeah. I mean, but I actually made a video calling out this person because it's a bit annoying when people fake your profile. Because I mean, assume that you know if it's something devious, if I suddenly appear on Facebook or on a stream with my name and whatever, coming out with something really offensive, people should assume that's probably a fake. But unfortunately, people don't always assume that. They seem to think it's the real one.
I'll just answer this question from Ian Bowden said, Yoz, I bet the road tolls will cost nearly as much as the fuel. And you don't really have many tolls in Spain or Portugal compared to what you do in France. Like this car that I've got, a Ford Puma Vignale. It's like a hybrid. It's like half hybrid. It's like half engine, half battery. It literally cost me to do 200 miles today. 11 quid in petrol.
200 miles for the 11. Well, that seems all right, doesn't
it? That's less than a quarter of a tank from Liverpool to London.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Yours, Sean Adams is saying, perhaps we could live stream together on Ed's chat at times, right? Yours, when you travel and when you're in these places, I mean, you know, if you, where will you be? Maybe next Monday or Tuesday or whenever.
Next Monday or Tuesday, I will be in Spain.
In Spain, so France this week.
So I'm gonna head. I'm heading over on Friday on the ferry. I've got 2 days here in London. I'm gonna head over on Friday, early hours on Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, I'll be in France. I'll get across the border on the Monday into Spain.
Okay, that'll be fun. Well, if you want to pop over the live stream, I'm sure that we'll.
But when I meet up, as I say, I'll keep in touch with Sean because I've got Sean on Facebook, so I'll keep in touch with Sean. And I'll try and meet up with Sean, and maybe if it's on the same night that you're streaming, that we'll get together and we'll do a kind of a live stream with the three of us.
Yeah, that'll be terrific. Absolutely terrific. McLaren F1, are you planning on doing any bullfighting, Steve? Ed's 20 stone rifle with some exercise. Okay, fair enough. Ian Bowden says, you're something for everyone in Benidorm. Such a varied and great place. So you were last in Benidorm about 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago, I was last in Benidorm, yeah. And again, it was a lad's holiday, so once you go away with the lads, you don't really remember anything of it.
Well, one thing about Benidorm, it can be a little bit dodgy of a night time, you know. It can be if you.
I've been living in Liverpool since I was born, mate. There's nothing dodgy about Benidorm compared to where we live, mate.
Fair play. But I staggered. I was in Benidorm alone for a few days, and then my mate came out to join me. So we were together. But I left the Newtown bars late one night and walked down a side street towards the seafront to walk along there, and some Spanish lady boy, passed me, get out of my way, and anyway, she was distracted, or he was distracting me, and the next minute, some shady-looking bloke came right at me, and I just bloody waved, get out of my way, and they were trying to rob me. It was, there are muggers and robbers around some of those side streets there, so it's not really as innocent a place that you might think. Around the new town, you have to be a little bit careful.
The old town's a lot safer and nicer than it.
Oh, the old town's really, and there's a lot of
You get the Ed. That's kind of the same rule most of the places you go, because when you go to Albufeira, you have the strip in Portugal and Albufeira, and that's a bit rough and ready. But if you go to the old town in Portugal, the Albufeira, it's nice. Also the same. You've been to Rhodes as well, haven't you, Ed?
Yeah, wonderful.
And that's the same when you go to when you go to Rhodes, you can go to like Faliraki, and Faliraki is a great laugh for the Club 8. I've been to Faliraki twice on Club 1830 all of these years ago, and that was a bit of a mess, like. But as soon as you go to the old town in Rhodes, it's lovely. It's dead nice.
Oh, it is. The Greek islands are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, let's see. Let's just skip it. Let's skip at the chat. Yeah, my friend's going to Portugal in September. Well, I wish I was. I'd like to see. I like castles and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I really like castles. So anyway, what kind of will you be doing videos or taking lots of?
What I'll do everyone always says to me, throw your stuff on on YouTube, but I can't be. I just never had the time, and I can't be bothered doing all the editing. It's not you. It's not, I don't mind coming on your channel and Thailand Bound Peter's channel, and I sometimes go on a couple of other channels as well. I don't mind doing that, but when it comes to doing uploads and I just haven't got time. I'd rather just go there, visit, and have a good time.
It is a bit time consuming. I'm funny enough. Before this stream, who else was streaming? Cheap Charlie, Billy.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that he jumped on. Yeah, he's back home in the basement, isn't he?
He was at an airport.
Yeah, and he's going traveling now, but I know that he was back home and locked up in his mum and dad's basement for a bit.
Yeah. So I don't think he's revealed yet where he's going.
No, he hasn't. I like Charlie. He's a bit strange, but he's a good watch.
Yeah, he's cool. The thing is, he hasn't revealed where he's going yet, but I think he said something about, he does live, because once you get into live streams, you find that easier than doing videos. Videos can take quite a lot of time, and when you put the time and effort into videos, sometimes they're not as rewarding as live streams.
Yeah, I think the thing with Charlie as well is he went from like getting like 150, 200,000 hits on his videos to getting 2,000 hits on his videos. So it hits his confidence a little bit.
Yeah, he did say something about that. He did say, Ian Bound says the new town is uneasy after 1 a.m. Yeah, you have to be careful. What's this one? McLaren, try and visit. Yeah, McLaren Clive is saying, try and visit Beziers, Steve. The Arab old town. There used to be a spice hub for Europe. Beautiful there, mate. That sounds good.
Cheers, Clive. I'll add that one to the list.
But on Benidorm, do you watch other channels like Lucy, Benidorm?
No, I don't really watch. There's one that I do watch, and you watch as well. I watch the Master.
Yeah, I watch him. Yeah.
So I've been to Tenerife. I've got my uncle's got a few apartments in Tenerife, so I always try and get to Las Americas or Costa de EDDY a couple of times each year. But I like the Master.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, the thing is, Yoz. I mean, YouTube's a funny old game, a funny old thing. I think, to be honest with you, I think there's a lot of YouTubers out there who are making videos that they don't really want to make. I mean, the Master, he's got a great channel and he works really, really hard. But I think he would rather be doing other things other than food reviews. But
definitely 100%, because I've done the USA quite a lot. I've done Vegas. I love Vegas. And the Master, he's done Vegas a few times with his mate that lives over there from New York. The one with the ponytail.
I've seen him. Yeah.
They're a good laugh when they go traveling together.
Yeah. But America looks really, really expensive.
You know what, Ed? My last trip was 2022. It was January, February. In fact, when you were doing your lives, I was joining in your lives saying I'm in Chicago, I'm in Boston, and I was getting involved in your chat. But I'll never, now that I've discovered Thailand and Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
That last trip to America, I think in around 8 weeks, I think I spent nearly 13 grand English.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It was ridiculous.
That's a hell of a lot. And the cost of food and I know the Master goes to touristy places, but that's the places where you want to see.
It's not just that. It's even though I done a week in Orlando in the theme parks.
Yeah.
And even Orlando is probably one of the cheapest places you can go in the USA.
Yeah.
And that week I done there, it was extortionate. It was just an absolute rip-off.
Yeah.
They were just coming out of COVID, so even the service wasn't great because they were struggling to get employees in the restaurants. It was terrible.
Yeah. I think I've missed a boat with
you might have done it, because I don't think I'll be going back to USA, mate.
Yeah. I mean, I like to travel for months at a time, and I don't really see how I could do that in America.
You can't. Maybe if you do like a couple of weeks in the USA and then heading to Mexico and start making your way down,
Yeah.
That's the only way you could do it.
Yeah. Mexico. I've been to Mexico. I'd like to visit there again. But I mean, the reason I'd like to see America is because we were all brought up on American movies, and I'd like to see the cities where my favorite films were. You know, like New York, San Francisco,
Yeah.
places like that. The American
My first missus was from Mexico. When I
yeah,
was 21, I just finished my apprenticeship and I went and spent 6 months in Mexico City. That was an eye opener.
yeah. Yeah. Enjoy Benidorm, yes. I found it bigger and better than ever before, but like everywhere, it's more expensive. Enjoy me. I've heard,
Cheers, Mazza.
I've heard prices are going up a little bit, but there are a lot of videos. Lucy, what's her name? The Benidorm Experience or
I think
Benidorm?
I know what you mean. Is she the one that the Mac Master promoted for a bit?
Yeah. But she's got a
Yeah,
real
I think I know what you mean.
yeah. But and also that guy, that Scottish guy in Tenerife, he does Benidorm. There's tons of videos out there
Yeah.
out there to see. Well, where to look. I mean, it's a great fun place. I think a lot of them go to that tiki bar. Tiki, that's on the seafront, but I think there's
Yeah.
like big loads of big gangs go there, like stag do's and all that kind of. There's tons of stuff on there.
The odd day I'm gonna have to bring the Scouser out in me. I'm gonna have to bunk into a hotel and use the
Yeah,
pool and get a shower at the pool shower.
yeah. About quirky last year, Scouser in Devon and a Scouse in the car park in Stanmore. Unique, great stuff.
Hey, yeah, Scousers and car parks doesn't mix well.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mark Alex says, "Come across the pond, Daddy." I'd love to. I mean, I would love to. I'd like to see. I'd like to see place in America. We'll have to see about that anyway.
I've
When
told you, Ned. I get some cracking there. I know you're not fully convinced on doing a cruise, but I get some cracking deals from a company that I'm in with, Passion for Cruises, and they do like single supplement cruises, so you're not paying extra to be a single person on a cruise.
Yeah.
And I think there's no better way than going around the world on a cruise ship, mate.
Yeah, I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them. I mean,
I'm
a
not.
couple of years.
I'm not posh either. All this people are posh on cruises and things like that. It's not like what it used to be when the fucking Titanic sank.
Yeah. I'd like to see. I mean, a couple of years ago during the pandemic, I seen some of them based off the south coast. Wow, they looked amazing. And to think that man could actually build something like that, those cruises. I'd love to actually go on one. I'd like to be on it simply to see this is what man can create. I mean, the thrill.
Yeah.
I will do it one of these days. I know I keep saying that, but I will do it. Let's see. Ian Barron, imagine this happening 20 years ago. Technology is crazy. In this case, though, it's in the gut. Yeah, it's where would we be about there without modern technology? Kippo says, great to see yours on the live stream. Enjoy the tour. Okay.
Not that you can see me much. All you can see is a bit of a face.
No, it's great. It's got. I'd tell you what. It's a great image, yours, because you remind.
You know what it looks like, Ed? Do you remember that Queen photograph of the album when you just seen the four heads?
Yeah, sheer heart attack. Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's the one.
It's kind of like a scene from one of those 70s detective series, like Callan, when he's talking to someone on a dark night in an alleyway, passing information.
Cheers, Lester Bangs. Cheers, buddy.
Okay, let's see. Marco, 40 years ago, I ran a dial-up BBS and thought the text chat was high-tech. Hayes 1200 board modems. It's amazing the way. I mean, I see in a computer. I was on a computer about 40 years ago, and it was this massive thing. Technology is wonderful. Technology is. I mean, people criticize the internet and smartphone. Absolutely, technology is wonderful. Yeah. Let's be thankful of it. Ian Barton says the Benidorm enthusiast. That's her name, Lucy.
Yeah.
She's really. She is really good. She got a great channel. Lester Bangs likes you. Yours is a great traveler, very personable guy. Okay. Johnny B wants to know, are you my long lost son? You never know. I was a young man about town in Liverpool many years ago. Let's see. Sean Harris would like to hear more about cruises. Yours. What company do you use again?
Yeah, I use anyone that's on Facebook. You can join it if you're from the UK. There's a company on Facebook called Passion for Cruises. Well, it's called Solo Passion for Cruises.
Yeah.
They do deals for solos. They do deals for couples as well. And then you got Passion for Cruises USA as well. And
Yeah.
when cruise ships are struggling to sell the cabins and they just want to get rid of all the cabins so the ship's full, they
Yeah.
just throw this company. They'll throw them like 200 cabins
Yeah.
at cost. So you end up paying what a thing. You normally pay a supplement for being a
Yeah.
single cruiser,
Yeah.
but you don't end up paying that. So you end up paying, like, I've had some cracking 14, 15 night cruises for less than 800 quid.
Yeah. Fantastic.
The food you'll never beat. Forget about your all inclusives. I've been to like the best Jamaica and Barbados, all your best all inclusives in the Caribbean and the Indian Ocean. And the food's good, but you'll never beat the food on a cruise ship. It's the best food you'll get.
I'd love to give it a go. Would really love to give it a go. Mark,
again, it's good to get again, I don't want to really talk about drink too much, but it's good to get a drinks package on a cruise as well, because that can add up.
Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, Mark Alex says, the flashlight under your chin. That would be really, really dramatic effect. That'd be a really dramatic effect. Yeah, Bobby Crush wants to know, have you ever sat at a captain's table wearing a bow tie?
No, I've never done that. I'm a Scouser.
No, I don't think I'd want to do that. Massa, yeah, Lucia's a great channel. She recently left her job as a bar manager in Benidorm to concentrate on a YouTube channel. Yeah, she looks good. Let's see. Super Adventures. Yours Travels looks like Eddie's son. Okay. I don't know if that's a compliment or whatever, but thanks for that. Yeah, let's see. McLaren. I'd never use MSC Cruises. That was the letters used by Michael Schumacher. Okay, well, that's another story. Yours, I'll tell you what, I'll leave it there. We've gone 1.5 hours. Anyway, we had a great little stint, and I really, really do thank you for coming on. Maybe.
Yeah, not a problem.
If maybe when you're in France this weekend, if you want to maybe do a little,
if you're doing a Sunday stream, Ed, I'll try, and if you want to do a Sunday stream, I can jump on for an hour or so on the Sunday.
Would that be on an afternoon?
Well, yeah, it's the same time zone, is so we can do it. We can do that if you want.
Yeah. So
I'll see what I'll do. I'll message you on Facebook and see where I am.
Okay.
If not, I don't mind doing your normal Monday or Tuesday night streams from somewhere.
That would be absolutely fantastic. Yours, I'm very, very envious. I mean, with the idea of driving, I've never actually done a driving holiday before, because, like I say, I've always liked the luxury of having a drink in the past. But it sounds fantastic. It sounds like
you can still have a drink as long as you're only having 2 or 3 each night.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a real adventure. Yours, have a great time. May the roulette wheels be with you when you're in London.
Hopefully I can win a little bit tomorrow and pay for half this trip.
Okay, cheers, yours.
All right, cheers, Ed. Cheers, gang. I'll get back in the chat now.
All right, cheers. There you go. That's Yours Travels, better known as Steve, better known as Yours Travels. He's embarking on an adventure for the next 20 days. And I'm sure that we all want to hear more of it. That was absolutely fantastic to come on there anyway. So anyway, a few more. Let's see. Brian Street says, top chat, guys. Okay, cheers, Brian. McLaren F1. Mazza, you're on a road trip, yours. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Absolutely great. Well, I'm sure he's going to have I'm sure yours is going to have a great adventure. So if we maybe try and do a little pop-up stream at the weekend, maybe when he's in France, or if not, then next Monday or Tuesday, let's bring him back on again and give us more info on that. Listen, guys, I'm going to end it here anyway, because we've gone over an hour and 35 minutes. Let's hope that the weather gets a little bit better, and it's bloody depressing here. It's absolutely depressing here in England. I hope it's sunnier where you are. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for coming along tonight, guys. Anyway, have a great week, and hopefully we'll see it at the weekend anyway. Okay, all the best, guys, and I'll see you through the week anyway. Hopefully see it at the weekend. Cheers anyway. Where are we now? There we go.
bye.